No, you come in. Don't make me do this alone.
Okay. Is it 99?
Good morning. Welcome to A1 Vacuum and Sewing's live stream for Tuesday, the 22nd of September. It is fall. And I'm kind of digging the cool evenings, and we've got
I'm so excited about
blue skies, not horrible smoke this morning, which is an added benefit. Are you back from Montana? Yeah, yes. Did you see yesterday?
No, I didn't see.
Jeannie's like, we're from beautiful Montana, and it's like, no, we're not in Montana. So, yeah,
She's
Jeannie,
so
we are not in Montana.
So cute.
Yes, we are back. We are back in the shop. It was,
How was the drive?
that was like, it wasn't bad. I mean, it's funny how exhausting spending all day in the car is every day. At least
That
for the
is hard.
driver, which would be me. But no, I feel good. That was the most concentrated time that the kids and I have had with Jeannie since
Cute.
like 3 weeks into
hang out
COVID,
and
which was,
talk
which was great. So it was awesome. We appreciate the break. You guys held down the fort. Place didn't burn down. You guys did well.
It's still here. Still standing.
So the it's supposed to be 82 degrees today,
That's
I think.
nice.
And it's funny, it was like chilly
can't
when I
wait for
drove
the
in. I drove
70s.
in super early this morning, but it's like I'm like hot right now.
You're nervous.
I don't know about that. But the shop kids have kept us within 2 weeks on service. So even with the phenomenal number of machines that have been in, we are still within 2 weeks.
Yes, for Friday's scan and cut class, you have to be on two. No, not for Friday's class. That's for a different class. So on Friday's scan and cut class, you just need to be on your scan and cut and then one device. If you're doing the earrings class, then you do need to be on two different devices.
Are they doing? You're doing something on Canvas on the
Yes,
computer.
yeah.
Gotcha. So we're within 2 weeks on
Yes.
service. Update on like brother stuff. Like stuff has definitely started to ship. We haven't gotten all of our fabric mats yet. Did we fill all the fabric mat orders?
Yeah, we got all of them.
So
yeah.
all the ordered fabric mats have arrived. There are more coming. Upgrades, we've been promised ship by end of the month. I haven't seen them ship yet. I haven't been invoiced for them yet. That may change. So are there still openings for the earring class?
There are, yeah. You can go over to the website's calendar, and it's the first week of October, second week of October, next week. It is, I don't know. Yeah, it's on the 7th. There's still some openings.
So it's on the 7th. So 2 weeks from now, there are some openings there.
Yep.
Um,
And that's just working with different types of vinyl, and we're going to be creating it on Canvas Workspace. So if you wanted to get familiar with Canvas Workspace, this is a Canvas Workspace beginner class, but you have to be very familiar with your computer because there's a lot of left clicking and right clicking and bringing in files and downloading files.
So with that in mind, should we do like a technique Tuesday next week on how to get into Canvas?
Yeah, I think we usually go over
So-
it in the get to know your Canvas, get to know your scan and cut class. Like the whole end portion is showing them how to like get onto it, log in, what it's about, what you can do with it. But this is going to be a more in-depth class on actually creating something in it, and then moving it over to the machine to cut.
So maybe let's put that in the calendar for next Tuesday. That
Okay.
We're going to do that as a Technique Tuesday next week. And then what we'll do is we'll cut and paste that video and post it to the group so that they, or maybe we'll send it to them directly so that they see that they have to be able to do that proficiently. So Melinda's saying it would not let her sign up. So we'll check into that, Melinda, and make sure that that is.
Did you try the day that we announced it, or did you try? I'm gonna try right now.
Try right now. So Roxanne, yeah, your fabric mat is back in after Jeannie took the first one. Maryland playbooks have shipped because I got invoice for them, but it's funny, the invoice is coming out of an office in California. A lot of that stuff ships out of Tennessee, so I'll get the invoices a handful of days before the items actually arrive, and a lot of times they arrive freight, which can take even a couple of days longer. But I did get invoice for them like Thursday or Friday of last week. I think I mentioned that in the live feed, so we should see the playbooks. I can't remember off the top of my head right now if the if I got invoice for all of them. But I did see that they ship. Were you able to add that in?
Yeah.
So, Melinda, you should be able to get in there. If you still have trouble today, give us a shout at the store and we can take care of it manually.
I have them pinned up at the front, but these are the... Here are the earrings. You can also stop by and like see them. I put them up at the front because they're kind of getting like thrown around everywhere, and then I would pick them up to show somebody and leave them and then lose them. So I got them all together and I hung them up on our class sample wall.
So if you, Pam, we need to reach out to you. If your number has changed, you can call us at the store because I think we have the information for your numbers here.
Yes.
And so we'll need your address. We'll figure out. Oh, you did?
Yep. I couldn't log on to PayPal to create the shipping label because you guys were on the road.
So
I'll be calling you later.
So yeah,
Pam.
we'll call you today and let you know exactly how much shipping is for your jelly roll.
Yes.
What classes do we have coming up this week?
This week is actually pretty like relaxed compared to the last 2 or 3. We have an Altair class, we have a Regent class, and then scan and cut classes this weekend, and we don't have too much crazy
So
stuff
I think we
going
still
on.
need somebody for that Saturday scan and cut class.
So if you have the 350 or the 650 call and sign up. Because right now we only have 2, and I do a minimum of 3 per class, just so it like makes sense with like the kits and everything. But I was looking at our calendar, and if no one else does sign up, we could push it out a month. And I think it wasn't the end of October. It would be the 2nd Saturday of November, and that'll get, because I did have some people call, but they were worried because the kit would have to be shipped to them, and they didn't want to take the class. They wanted to take it real time instead of watching it online.
Gotcha.
So we would be pushing it out to November 14th. But if you are local and you can pick up the kit and you would like to take the 350, 550, 650 scan and cut class, which are the older models, we do have one this Saturday.
So yeah, sign up because that'll help us do the class too.
Yes.
For the ladies that were indeed interested. On that note, I did order. A handful of folks had asked me for the scan and cut 225.
Oh yeah.
I did get the scan and cut 225. Now this is the 225F. It's the fabric.
Mat.
Yeah, it's the fabric version of a
225.
DX 225. It is a couple $100 less. So right now the MAP pricing and the special pricing on the SDX 230DX, which is the current version of that scan and cut 230, is $899. Now that's a fantastic deal because they were normally $1299, but the national special right now on the 225, which is normally $999.99, is actually down to $699, so $200 less. So if there's anybody who's gotten excited about scan and cut as a result of what we've done with the scan and cut, there are 2 different options that you have currently in the store. Mm-hmm. One is I do have those 225Fs. We haven't played a lot with it, but what they did was they took the 225, which we had a lot of experience with. They kind of dedicated it or pointed it towards fabric cutting. It comes with the fabric mat and some tools specific to fabric cutting. So we haven't played a ton with the new machine because the new machine is the old machine. And the other option is we do have a number of... Well, no, but we do have a number of 350s, 550s, and 650s.
Oh, yeah, trade-ins.
So we have, a handful of those older machines. Now, those older machines, they don't have the auto blade technology, but, for folks that have looked at the scan and cut and have been excited about it, but just have decided that maybe $6.99 or $8.99 is just too much, those used machines, like the used 650s, go on eBay for somewhere between $250, $300. I have a number of them in the store. I'll do them for $200.
That's awesome. That's incredible.
Like 550s, more like 175. So I've got enough of them that I'm incented to move them. We'll do a quick service and clean them and, certainly sanitize them. But I do have those options. So if there was anybody...
With all of the original accessories in them?
They're coming with everything that came back. So there are a bunch of the machines that do have all of the original accessories. Certainly if there's accessories that are lost or aren't there, I'd try to either replace them or make the deal make sense.
Yeah,
but I do have a number of them in stock. So if anybody's interested, reach out. And let us know. We're really like used machines. It was funny. There was like kind of a rush on our used machines. There's not a whole lot in the store, but I do have one remaining Destiny.
Wow.
So it's a Destiny 2, about 8 million stitches.
Wow.
Actually, it's only a couple years old, gently used. And, for something like that,
8 million stitches is nothing.
So it is out there. So if you're interested in that too, reach out. Or if you know somebody who would be interested in that, the last couple that have been in the store, we've had two that have been in the store for less than 72 hours before they moved. So that particular one, we cleaned it up. We did everything. I actually boxed it up and took it home and took it out of the store while we moved another one. But if somebody's interested, I can bring it back and show you guys.
Very cool.
And a couple of people have reached out about used sergers. Really have not seen any used sergers. Have seen one used cover stitch that was here for literally 24 hours. Like those tend to move really, really fast. But I've got a brand new Enlighten, Baby Lock Enlighten serger that has been my display for some time. And what's funny, because when they lowered the price on the Victory and the Enlighten was discontinued, we just moved a ton of the Victories.
Yeah.
But it's an Enlighten. Street value on those is like $2,200. It's an Evolution Air, so the electronic air threading.
That's nice.
4-thread serger with the wave stitch. Wow. And I'm gonna move it this week. $14.99. Crazy deal. Wow. It is a demo machine. It hasn't been used very much though, but it is brand new with all the goods and full warranty. So anybody that's interested in that, reach out, let me know, because that's not going to be here by the end of the week. And
that's going to go really fast.
Jeannie, come on over.
Come on over. Come on over. Oh my goodness.
No songs?
Okay.
I love you like biscuits and gravy. Wasn't there like a 50 Cent song like that?
Who's listening to 50 Cent?
These gals are listening to 50 Cent. Like I can see some of them at home.
Is this show and tell? What is this?
Show and tell.
What am I doing sitting here? I have nothing to show and tell. I was sitting in the car for like 20 hours this week. We were probably sitting in the car if you counted the amount of time we were driving
30 hours,
around.
easy.
Yeah. So I did no sewing.
Most concentrated time with our kids and together in probably 6 months. So
yeah,
it was nice.
Yeah,
It was. I thought it was really nice. Like
they actually didn't fight that much.
They didn't fight at all, really.
A little bit here and there.
And all they talked about all weekend is Momo.
Oh my
You got to show them.
Do you have the?
We'll show them. Let's see, Facebook. Why don't you tell them about Momo?
What they know about
I
Momo?
want to know too.
What?
Hang on. You got to move over just a little.
I did tell you.
Well, so then she just runs off. See how quickly she gets
Do you think that'll be okay?
she gets distracted.
What do you think about it?
So all they talked about all weekend was Jeannie, you can't leave me.
This I need 41.5 inch squares.
I'm trying to find the most recent picture.
Of Momo? I want to see.
It is definitely. I think he is
that.
the cutest.
Oh, no.
No, it is
Right there.
So here, we'll show you guys Momo.
See, Patrick's excited. That's not him.
Oh.
You don't even. Oh my God.
What? That's I
Patrick-
saw that.
Patrick keeps
eye.
saying that Momo's been his
There.
favorite from the start, and then the picture he
Well,
was
he
going to
looks
show
a
you.
lot like
The
that
picture
one.
he was going to show you wasn't even Momo.
He looks a lot like that one. They both have that same thing above their eye.
He looks nothing like that.
Why is that not working? Let's see. Google Chrome. Where is it? It's not showing it.
They told you. Do you want to? We can do that later too. Totally
We're
up to
good to
you.
go. We've got the pattern. I just got to add a little bit more material.
So
magic.
did you weld it? Is that what you did?
Yeah, it still does each.
Well, maybe it's not going to work for us today.
It's okay. We'll save it for tomorrow.
So anyways,
But when you see it, your heart is just filled with love, bursting. It's like inside of your chest grows this heart.
Like the grape?
It just shows it's growing, and then it bursts, and out come butterflies and rainbows and hearts.
I don't know why it won't show
It's okay.
the window.
I'm going to get Momo on October 24th. Flying in, picking him up, coming back.
That's super weird. Chrome isn't showing up as an option.
It's okay. So, what are we talking about?
Well, so it's Technique Tuesday.
So-
and at the beginning of the day, we were like racing around, and I'm like, we're just not going to do Technique Tuesday today because it's too crazy. But then the ladies decided to do Technique Tuesday.
Because this is what I've been so excited about. So I called and I said, Michelle, is this possible?
She will sometimes.
Michelle and Shauna, is this possible? And
You
then
need
Michelle
to
wasn't
be an
sure.
author. Why do we need to be an author?
I have nothing to write. I'm a horrible writer. Is he going to be at the store? Not in the beginning, but maybe when he gets a little bit older.
When we know he can behave.
Yeah, then. But not in the beginning. He'll be at home. So, do you have that set up?
Yeah.
Oh,
What do you think?
Yeah, it's ready to
So, I said to Michelle,
go. Where's the book? Great lines.
so I've been dying to do this project, which is the Witches' Night Out. If some of you have been looking at our Facebook, Gail Cramp completed it, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And so I said, is it possible that you could cut the fabric on the Scan and Cut? And when she said yes, I'm like, I'm going to learn how to use that darn Scan and Cut.
It's
so
like how many pieces is it?
I want to say it's over 1,000 pieces. So you can see right here. Can I actually just do this? Right here, there's going to be, for instance, here's 41.5-inch squares. And for me, I worry about waste too. Like, I don't like wasting. So I was like, can you cut it on the Scan and Cut and do those 1.5 inch squares without a ton of waste, like lots of cuts in between. Because I know some of you have cutters. I know you have AccuQuilt. I know you have Scan and Cuts. I know you have other things, and you want to be able to cut fabric. And sometimes there's a lot of waste. So can we do it where it's just cutting, you know, and then the lines in between, and then you can just peel it up and have those 1.5 inch squares. And Shauna and Michelle just whipped it up this morning. And we're going to show you how you do this. So this is going to be Technique Tuesday. So Shauna, will you describe like what you had to do?
Oh, so I actually did it in Canvas. I took a square and I sized the properties down, and then I duplicated 4 of them and overlapped them, and then I took that and duplicated that and set it up, and then lined all of those up. So there's 12.
How hard
and
was
then it wasn't hard. I was trying to figure out a way to like weld them together, but it wouldn't weld the individual squares. So it's still going to like cut the square, but there's no fabric in between, so you're not wasting anything. And since it's not going to be it's going to be matching the blades up to this specific fabric, so it's not going to be scoring the mat or cutting into the mat at all. So even though it's overlapping, it's not going to like damage the mat.
So we have on here our fabric mat, so the brand new fabric mat.
And the fabric blade.
And the fabric blade. So there is a fabric blade. There is a fabric mat. We sold out of the fabric mats, but we're doing another order, so we should have more of these. And I know this is what a lot of you are interested in. So this is a 10-inch square. I bought a layer cake, and it was just prepared with, I think I just used half Best Press and half Terrio Magic.
I added Terrio Magic.
Yeah. Okay.
I
So
made
Just to
a
give it some more
stiffer.
stability.
yeah. So we're not using the fabric sheet because we're just going
No.
straight on the fabric mat. And all we did was stabilize it with Terrio Magic, and I did Best Press, and then Michelle added some more Terrio Magic.
But it's
'cause
still
you want
like
it to
paper consistency. Like it
It's
doesn't.
for when we take it off.
Or
so
not
the
paper
edges
consistency.
don't
It feels
shred.
like it still feels
Yeah,
like fabric. It
I mean,
doesn't feel like paper.
It's gonna cut. It would cut fine without all of that stabilization. But what Michelle said is when you pull it up so the fabric doesn't fray, that's what you're stabilizing it for with all of that Terrio Magic. Okay.
So I'm gonna go into retrieve data, pull this up from the flash drive, and then of course we are going to set it and then take a picture. And this is just so we can make sure it's placed correctly, and that'll help us save as much fabric as we can as well.
Ooh, that new mat is so beautiful.
It's so beautiful. And I like that they had these coordinate. Like I
Yes.
think that's so helpful.
Best
Oh.
thing ever.
I think that's so helpful, just so you remember, like, this goes with this. So here it is. Let's grab, oop, 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 oop. I didn't group it together. Edit. Group. All of it. And, oh, is it actually, like, in the right, I can't really
It's
see
in the
it.
upper left-hand corner.
Is there?
Can we just leave it there and fill in the other? Use the rest of the fabric too.
Yeah,
To do
so
more cuts.
I would
we'll
move
leave
it
it
just
at
a
this
tad.
for right now. Move it
Just a tad, so it's not all cutting on the
right
edge.
on the edge, yeah.
Sometimes when it cuts right on the edge, it pulls the corners up.
Nice.
And then, okay. Cut. Start.
Here we go.
Dun, 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 dun.
Now is when it's gonna be like da-da, or wah 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 wah.
You- oh my God! Look at that. Can you ladies see that?
Happy little machine.
Oh my God!
While
this
that's
is
cutting,
so
we could-
exciting.
Michelle could do a little bit of a show and tell.
So I mean, this is just what 1 minute.
Oh, is it just 1 minute?
Yeah, I
Oh,
think it's
okay.
just.
So
1 minute.
Melinda was saying that she could barely hear you, Shauna. So just remember this is your microphone.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Sorry. That's our fault, Melinda. Sorry,
We're so excited to get it cut.
we're so excited. I'm so excited. We're so excited. This is so exciting.
Here, I'm gonna turn up the gain a little bit, but just remember
So
when
we
you
could
turn
have just.
around.
I could have filled this
Okay,
up with
the
my.
big reveal.
Ready? Here we go.
So I just turned your gain up, which
So don't
will
yell.
pick up more, but just remember that when you guys
Look
are.
at that.
Oh my God, it's so beautiful.
And like we could have filled this whole thing up and just had the very outline.
This
and
is the part I like the best.
That's like no waste.
That's no waste.
And
in
everything's
between each one.
perfect. Look
Yes.
how perfect all your cuts are.
Oh my god, it's so perfect.
I'm so excited.
I can't believe Gail
Isn't
cut
that-
all of those.
Yeah,
She.
yeah. What do you think, ladies?
Oh my god, that is so awesome.
Isn't that
It is
that
so awesome.
fantastic?
It's amazing.
So
Taking
I mean,
your
if we had
quilting to
done,
the next
was that
level.
how many were these?
12?
Yeah, it was
we
a
looked at
4x4.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was 12 of them, and we could have done it with.
Yeah, we'll set it up and we'll.
Yeah,
add
we
more to
could
this,
have-
So
we
we'll
could
finish
have-
off the whole piece of fabric.
So here's where this would differ from the AccuCut. I still have this piece of fabric.
Can you?
I
wonder
can
if this
scan
is-
it now. So I can scan this, what's left of this piece of fabric, and put it back. I put it back on the mat, scan it, and set it up to cut the rest of it with squares all the way. And so I'll utilize all but about. I like to give a 1/2 inch margin only so that the blade doesn't catch the edge of the fabric
And
if you
pull it out.
accidentally didn't put it down all the way.
So when you put the fabric down on the mat, did you take the spatula and rub
Nope,
it down, or
nope.
you just laid it down
I just
and
put
smoothed
it down,
with your
and you can
hands?
see it's got Terrio Magic, but it's not paper.
Yeah, it's fabric. It's still.
So
feels
as
like
you
fabric.
would to sew these, just using your hands when you sew the squares together would take enough of the Terrio Magic off that it wouldn't feel like it's stiff.
Yeah, and
fabric at
I
all.
mean, you want it with the Terrio Magic when you sew it together anyways. That's going to give you your nice crisp corners and joins and everything. So,
Not only that, this fabric has lines in it, so we were able to actually set it up so it stayed on the lines.
isn't that amazing,
Yeah.
ladies?
It's
All
pretty
right.
wild.
I mean, so fantastic. So, how do I set this back up again?
have no
We've
idea.
got some show and tell for you today,
So
too.
long story short, that was a ta-da!
Ta-da! We were doing ta-da today instead of womp, womp, womp. Okay, so we have some show and tell from Michelle.
Are you staying on that one? You're staying on that.
Here we go. So this is Janine Babbich's Autumn Delight, and this is a wall hanging. Things that you learn with this is you do multiple hoopings for placement, which I think Michelle said, which See-
One of the best ways of doing multiple hoopings that I think I've found, especially for a beginner, if you're afraid, you don't have to be afraid anymore. These it went together so flawlessly as far as the rehooping that it was just a pleasure to work with.
So is this going to be a class, an
It's gonna
online
be
class?
no, it's not going to be an online class. I kind of bombed out with trying to film it
And
myself.
you
but
could
we're
do the
gonna
beginning
a
of
class.
it
Yeah.
and then give them homework.
We're gonna do class 1. We're gonna prep our fabric because you definitely have to prep your back fabric with this fabric.
The background.
This because this is each one of these 5 hoopings has right around 27,000 to 35,000 stitches. If you don't get your backing on there good, you're gonna have a lot of puckering. So this actually works pretty well. So this one has actually 2 layers of Shape Flex on it, and that was the magic ticket for me. Though I did one the first time with 1 layer, and I'm too picky. I wasn't happy with
Oh my God, ladies,
the
it
pucker.
looks so good.
It
And
But this one looks
So
better. This looks better.
this one is
Like, look at this, like,
perfection.
where is
But the
it?
first
This one
one,
is
when
so
she said
cute.
she wanted to redo it, I was like, really?
Yeah.
All right, whatever makes your heart happy. Okay, is this the challenge?
This is the challenge, and mine is all software.
Look at this, ladies. So these are the fills. So remember, we're working with fills, and you could do it in software, or you could do it in just on your machine, in IQ or in Design Center. Look how amazing these are.
So a couple of these, this came off the Scan and Cut. So this is the design that's built in on the Scan and Cut. This is built in on the Scan and Cut. A couple of the designs.
Look at those fonts, like the Believe and the
Yes,
and the Create.
That's a True Type font that I brought into software. This is an SVG file. So,
And
I
I've
think-
seen some of
yeah.
you ladies working on it, and I'm so impressed, and I can't wait to see everything.
oh yeah, I'm excited.
Next week is our final. They're due next week on the 29th.
I gave him a reminder yesterday with the Grinch.
Oh my! Look at this one. So this is a fill that's in. This is in software.
PE Design in Palette 11 has all of the decorative fills that you have on your Solaris or your Luminaire.
And then more, right? How many
And more.
do you think you have?
Well, you have unlimited because in the software you actually have the an opportunity to create your own background fills.
Yeah, so if you don't have one of the machines that has IQ Designer or Design Center, you can get software. You can get
make that
software.
happen.
You can create all your own designs with the help of Michelle and her Software 101 class, because I saw some of the posts.
Aren't they
Karen
doing
Rizzelli's
amazing?
post. Oh my God!
Oh my
yes.
God, they're doing amazing.
Amazing! I cannot even believe the things that
doing some great
they're
stuff.
doing.
And you know what? They were so afraid that they couldn't learn software. And everybody learns at a different rate, but everybody is learning. I'm so impressed with that group.
I can't believe what they're doing in there.
Yeah, they're doing some
It's
amazing
so exciting
stuff.
because I don't think anyone else is offering any type
No.
of software class like this.
No, you can get a lot of stuff free on YouTube, and I realize that, but
Look at
that
the
doesn't
dream.
teach you the basics and how to use them.
It's so exciting. So here is Michelle's submission, and I know a lot of you
I'm
are
not
doing some
competing.
amazing stuff. So, what Daily Deal? I think we're on to deal. Did you already? Oh my God! This is. I saw
I
this.
was like, I said to Jeannie this morning, she's got show and tell. Like, we need to at least show it.
So
This is
this
the
has
new-
got to be a class.
This is the new vinyl
Okay.
premium upgrade. So there's a premium upgrade. It's the one I got really excited about last week. It's a premium upgrade for only DX models of Scan and Cuts, but it brings in the ability to do a weeding box. And I know that doesn't make much sense,
my
but it
God.
saves you a lot of vinyl. And the other thing is the realignment tool. See, I have two colors here. I'm not always big on doing two colors because I can never get it placed right.
It's so,
So is
cute.
this is this something? Is this a design that you created, or was this in the
this-
vinyl kit?
No. This was an SVG file I had that I made an embroidery design out of, and I thought, ooh, I wanted
That's
something
perfect.
pumpkin-y because it's officially pumpkin spice season.
It is.
It's the first day of fall.
so
It's so
cute.
pumpkin spice now. And so I saw this and I thought, ooh, I had done it as an embroidery design, and I had some of this sparkle vinyl, and I thought, ooh, this is perfect. So isn't that
It is.
cutest thing ever?
It is so cute. So, and then things that make the vinyl kit special and makes it easier to do it now, because they could have done this before, right?
They
What's
could-
the difference?
Okay, so here's what the difference was for me. I have tried to do heat transfer vinyl many times before, and with some amount of success. But what the vinyl blade does is gets those itty tiny itsy bitsy places and cuts them clean.
Like, would that be like the pumpkin
yes.
stem
And
and
look at that little teeny tiny cut right there. And then the other thing look at how beautifully those are. The other thing that it does is that this was done on the half cut because it's the heat transfer vinyl that most of the time what happened is I ended up cutting my transfer sheet on the other side, so the transfer sheet holds all the pieces together so that you can get them on there straight. This was my second attempt with that vinyl blade, and both of them were perfect. My sheet was intact. It was easy to transfer. It was easy to place. It was just a lot easier with less waste.
So the vinyl blade is all that when you're doing your vinyls.
Yeah.
Could you see yourself using the vinyl blade for other things?
Yeah, absolutely. I have used the vinyl blade in the past, not the new one, but the old one, to cut out pieces for in the hoop bags or the vinyl that we're working with, like of the bows and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So it's not just for stuff like this. It can also be used for like the bow class, and if you want to learn to cut your pieces out on your Scan and Cut first. You can't do that with your fabric blade. You have
So-
to have a different blade.
Because there's lots of different vinyl,
Uh-huh.
and there's like the heat transfer, which I feel like is almost it's thinner, and then
It's
there's
thin.
so it'll auto adjust for all those different
It does.
types of vinyl.
I did not change the setting for this at all. And this was a 12 by 24 piece of vinyl, both colors. And everything cut beautifully. I mean, my transfer sheet was intact, so it was easy to peel it off the mat and put it on the clothing. I just used my low tack mat
Yeah.
and put it shiny side down because, that's where the transfer is.
Yes.
And then
And
cut.
it knows not to cut through that transfer
It does.
sheet.
It does. A half cut. It was perfect. I was so impressed. I mean, literally, I was still working on this at like 11 o'clock last night because I could not stop.
So, ladies,
Well,
I
I like the fact too,
Love-
like
love
something
that.
like that could go on a onesie, it could go on a T-shirt. Like
Anything.
it doesn't have to be.
wouldn't
just for,
wouldn't Patrick be so cute with that T-shirt?
I look so dark.
Wouldn't you be so cute though? Cutest pumpkin. Cutest I know.
No,
'cause
you know
have
what we're
that
gonna
window
do?
behind
I'm
you.
gonna
So-
put this on a bandana for Momo when Momo gets home.
Oh my God, he's gonna be so cute.
Because he is gonna be the cutest pumpkin in the patch.
So adorable.
So I'm gonna resize it and I'm gonna put it on a dog bandana. So see?
Give us
So,
give us
we're-
some replies if you'd love to do like a class. How long do you think a class like this would be?
First of all, it's not a beginner class.
Okay.
Got to take it uses canvas, it uses heat transfer vinyl, and it wasn't a hard. This was a purchase design. I mean, anybody can go and purchase it. I got it off Etsy, I think, and so I would give that. And it's not hard. It isn't hard, but it shouldn't be the first class that you take with your scan and cut.
So Shauna's got those 2 classes coming up. I think the end of this week. So there is one.
And the vinyl upgrades aren't here yet, right?
Yes.
They still
Yes.
need the vinyl
Yeah,
upgrade.
Yeah. So
This
we
is
won't.
part of a premium pack.
Okay.
So that's something, on order, and we will
Mid-month
maybe
next
do
month,
a deal, maybe do a deal of the day on the vinyl upgrade pack.
There's 2 of them. There's the Disney one and the regular one.
So if you love Disney, you've
Like
got to
I
get
love
the
Disney.
Disney one. Yeah, that was the one Michelle
yeah, 'cause you
got.
get everything else with it too.
So although some of us weren't sewing this weekend, some of us were. They were scanning, cutting, and
Yeah,
software and doing everything. So
I
how
had
can you?
more, but I didn't want to overwhelm you.
Oh wait, can we do show
Well,
and tell?
show more. You
No,
show
no,
no, I
Let's
didn't
save it
bring
for.
it.
Let's save it for the
Yeah,
for
no,
later this
I
week.
didn't bring it all.
We don't want to.
Yeah, I didn't bring it all.
So
I just brought
okay,
3.
deal of the day. So some of you have seen this. I don't think you can even purchase. I'm part of the auto ship, so we got it in. I think somebody came and picked up 1 copy, so there's only 5 more copies in the store.
more on order.
Well, it's gonna be a special order, ladies. I'm just having trouble keeping like so much inventory in the store, so a lot of it is special order. But this is going to ship out next week. To me, but this is Kimberbell Noel's quilted stocking. It's $34.99. I think you can do it up to what size? I mean, I think you can do it up to the 10.5 by 16 in the hoop because you can always blow it up. And here's some options where you can do it with the white and the gold, and then you can do it full color. So we have the felt and we have the designs. This is on the site right now. So $34.99, we're doing them 20% off, and then we have the matching felt that goes with it, and the matching felt's $2.99. They're 12 by 18-inch squares, so they're not small pieces. They're nice big pieces, and they have all the colors that match, if you want to do it in the colors that Kimberbell did. So these are on the site. If we sell out, then we're going to be doing special order, but this is stuff they have in stock that we shouldn't have to wait on for long periods of time. Anything else, Patrick?
I don't think so.
I think we're good. So, go ahead. You can give the tagline.
I don't give that tagline. That's all you.
Well, we know Michelle's going to be creative and making something completely awesome.
And she'll be inspired too.
She's more than being inspired. She's inspiring, is what I'm finding. I'm like, I look at all of that and I go, I just want to be at home and I just want to sew today. And can I go home and just?
I'd say yes.
No, I have too much to do. So, a lot of orders didn't get filled this weekend. I'll be filling them all today and giving you guys a call, letting you know what's in, sending out emails.
Would love some feedback on the we'd love some feedback on the Boulevard class.
Good and bad.
Good and bad. Like that's a
'Cause
learning
I need to
experience
improve,
for
I know.
us. And so it'd be great to hear from the ladies who have done the Boulevard class. Like we've seen the views go up. Would love to hear people's thoughts on it because that will help us learn. We also kind of noticed over the weekend that there's a need for that. Like customers seem to be asking for it, not just from us but from others too. So it'd be great to hear from the ladies who have taken part in that.
Yeah. And I'm getting ready to do. I know we haven't even finished Boulevard, and a lot of you are still waiting for kits. But I'm gonna be moving on to Ginger's kitchen. So she's got a big pillow. I'm gonna be making kits for that.
Keep in mind that the Kimberbell bench pillow with a serger, for those that didn't do Boulevard, if you wanted to learn that technique, it's a technique that Jeannie's taught multiple classes of. That's now available as a pre-recorded video too. It's on the site, so that's there as well.
All right. Be creative, make something awesome, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
Where are we looking? Here, here.
Well, I have to stop the